we welcome China. We've already made a deal. India's coming in. We welcome China. We've already made a deal. India's coming in, and they're going to be buying Venezuelan oil as opposed to buying it from Iran. So we've already made that deal, the concept of the deal. But China's welcome to come in and buy oil.
In times, I also am looking at the macroeconomic goals of the government. In times, in the year that we've had Operation Sindoor, I'm sure defense is top on the budget.
Absolutely. Defense spending, of course, is expected to increase. Defense manufacturing has drastically increased. We've increased our indigenization to a large extent. Our exports have gone up over the last decade. So there's a lot that has happened as far as the defense aspect is concerned. Just look at the numbers as far as defense spending is concerned. 6.81 lakh crores, 9.53% is of course higher than 2024-25 is of course what we're looking at. 13.45% of the union budget, the highest in fact is what we are looking at as far as the defense spending is concerned. So this is of course going to be a huge area. We're looking at perhaps more procurement as well, not just in terms of our indigenization, but as far as our foreign procurement of arms as well. And of course, in these extremely troubled times, we're looking at Russia, Ukraine, we're looking at what's happening in relation to
10% increase in defense outlays is what we are expecting. Is that a step in the right direction, you would think, Jaggi?
Absolutely. I think we need to raise defense to about from 2 to 2.5%. We are under 2% right now. So for that, 9 and 10% is not going to is not enough. You have to move at least 15 to 20% this year for the next 5 years. And unless you do that, you are not going to be able to defend yourself in a very unsecure global environment where you have two enemies.
I know where presidents get kidnapped in the dead of night.
I just want to add something. I think it's a good thing now because we wouldn't be spending a lot of our precious foreign exchange in this, because in the last 30 years, if one positive thing has happened in the defense sector, it is that our defense procurement is now increasingly more indigenous. While 70% of what our equipment we used to procure in 1990 was foreign made, now it is exact opposite. Yeah. So, if we increase our defense budget, we'll be actually giving more money to the Indian companies to buy stuff from them.
Exports will grow up, which means we'll have more foreign currency. And exports and defense is one thing that I do appreciate. Though I'm an opposition, I do appreciate this. But also we'll have to spend in more money on R&D in defense, because combat will now not be face-to-face. It'll all be technologically driven, AI driven. So we'll have to spend in more in research and defense and give incentives for that.
Tessie, not just in defense. There's something very interesting I'd like to bring about here. Now, India spends 0.69% of its GDP on R&D.
Correct.
Which is the lowest amongst BRICS, one of the lowest in the world. If you look at South Korea or America, it's 6% of the GDP. But the difference is the Indian government spends as much percentage of GDP as the American government. It's just that the private sector makes up for the rest in America and South Korea. So our private sector has to come up and start spending money on R&D.